Well, China's new ambassador to Washington, Xie Feng, is looking to enhance cooperation between Beijing and Washington as he steps into his new role with his arrival in New York. But Mr Xie has acknowledged that there are severe challenges to resolving tensions.
We hope that the United States will move in the same direction with China. We hope that the United States will work together with China to increase dialogue, to manage differences, and also to expand our cooperation so that our relationship will be back to the right track.
The 59-year-old most recently served as Vice Foreign Minister and was in charge of overseeing policy towards the US. State Department spokesperson Matthew Miller welcomed Mr Xie's arrival, saying Washington was committed to maintaining channels of communication with Beijing to responsibly manage competition. Relations between the two countries have become fraught in recent years, with tensions flaring over trade, human rights and other issues. Let's bring Lo Min back once more on this story. Min, a step perhaps towards resetting relations between the two superpowers?
Yes, indeed, the new ambassador has a very tough job on his hands, given that China-US relations has all but frozen since the US shot down that alleged spy balloon from China several months ago. Chinese Foreign Ministry has said that while this new ambassador will act as a bridge between US and China, China does want to conduct its relations with the US on a basis of win-win cooperation, mutual respect, and peaceful coexistence. They also said that they want Chinese sovereignty and developmental interests to be respected. Now, what this means is that China will want the US to stick to that one China principle, to stop supporting Taiwan with arms deals or to stop all these high-level exchanges with Taiwanese officials. And China would also want the US to stop trying to rally other countries to join them in imposing trade sanctions on Beijing, especially when it comes to sensitive technology like semiconductors. But these are very intractable issues, and the silver lining, though, is that China has finally appointed a new ambassador to the US after leaving that position open for nearly 5 months. So that at least indicates some willingness on Chinese part to try to re-establish more frequent levels of communication with the US.
Mr Xie is known as a career diplomat. He has extensive experience in Washington. By appointing him to the role, what does Beijing hope to achieve?
That's right. So Mr. Xie has been posted twice to Washington. He is well acquainted with many U.S. policymakers, which is a good thing. And he's known among the diplomatic community as someone who is clear, who is professional, who is able to facilitate better communications if he chooses to do so. But at the same time, he's also known to be able to be confrontational. For instance, he has once listed a list of demands to the U.S. when he hosted the Deputy Secretary of State, U.S. Secretary of State Wendy Sherman to Tianjin in 2021, and he had accused the U.S. of making an imaginary enemy out of China. So he can be trusted by Beijing to protect China's core interests while at the same time trying to rekindle that diplomatic flame. At the same time, many American companies are increasingly alarmed by the geopolitical risks of doing business with China. So he's also expected to reassure the business community to try to enhance these people-to-people exchanges and to restore trade and diplomatic ties. So there is a lot on his plate, and at the very least, he's expected to just prevent the two countries' relations from spiraling out of control.
All right, that was CNA's Lo Min reporting from Shanghai. Thank you.